All right, Debbie out in Holland. We've done some work for her in the past. Scope of work today is going to be, we're going to price it two ways. One will be your standard cleanup of beds and mulching, and then the other way will be more intensive. And I warned her it's going to be a little more price intensive, labor intensive, digging out all of the old mulch and getting rid of the fabric, we bury fabric that's underneath the bed. So it's going to be priced both ways. Check the notes which way she accepts. So again, I mean, pretty straightforward. You got your beds here. If you are going to be digging out of everything, we're going to need, it's a good amount. It's pretty high. I guess it's a couple inches deep on mulch. You have to get rid of all the old mulch and then rip out all the fabric. So that's going to be labor intensive. The other way, if we do it our standard way, then I won't even get into the details of it, but weed it, give her a fresh edge. I told her too, what we could do is kind of cut out some of the, if we don't completely remove the fabric, what we could do is some of the stuff like that, that's real like surface level and kind of hanging out, we can just kind of cut it out and get rid of it, just so she's not seeing it flapping around all the time. But anyway, weed out, mulch, all here. That's a plant, that's a plant. There's some weedy stuff growing along the house there, get rid of that. Some weedy stuff here growing along the gutters and along the house, get that out. So these two flowers she wants to keep. Even if we're ripping the fabric, do your best to try to avoid damaging these flowers. But these three, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, wants all them ripped out either way. So they're small, but they're kind of solid. So probably dig them. Mattock. I think with mattock you should be able to get these two, because you're not going to be able to chain and hook up these two. That one you can probably chain it. Get in the driveway, chain it, and rip it out. I told her if for some reason, because it's kind of bigger, for some reason we can't rip it out with chains, I'll have a second guy come and stump grind it out. And then this one, probably can chain it, more than likely. If you can't just mattock it out, probably chainsaw will be easiest. Just go slow when you do rip that one, because it is close to the steps here. I don't want to like crack, like let's say the roots are running into the concrete here for some reason maybe. I don't want to like crack it, so if you start to pull it and you notice something going on, just stop. And then we can always try to grind it maybe. Anyway, so moving here, so you got the fabric, clean that up, clean all this up, edge it, mulch it. Don't need an edge here because it runs the patio, but again, there's a good amount of mulch in here. So even if we do not, it's down about probably 4 inches maybe deep, so it's a good amount of old mulch to get out of here. If we're not going to rip the fabric though, I would still rake out at least an inch of all this mulch, because it's really old. It's it's white, it's dried out, it's also like bagged mulch, so it's like real thick stuff. So try to clean it out so she's that fine stuff. Keep that all this stuff, try to rip it out the best you can, and then spray, preen, spray whatever you can, stay away from plants. This, she said, when you're ripping if we do rip the fabric out, and you have to, if that comes out, that's fine, you can just get it out. If she's okay with keeping it, you can also do that. It doesn't seem like too big either way, but she was saying if you're going to rip the fabric out, probably just rip all that out, because it'll be too hard. All this growth along the house you can cut out, leave this alone. And then all this, she said, just cut it out and get rid of it. Cut it all down and get rid of it. And then moving to the back. This way, I'm going to price her for two ways. So one would be, like the front, digging out all the mulch, removing the fabric. And then she was talking about just doing grass here. She doesn't want a mulch bed here anymore. She doesn't like maintaining it. So topsoil, seed, starter for hay, all that in here. And the other way would be just our standard, rake it out, clean it out, and remulch it. So price two ways, just check the notes for which way she decides. And actually we don't walk over here. I guess nothing over here because she didn't say anything. I didn't even notice this till just now. Wonder if this is something you can upsell. I don't see mulch over here, so yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. That's it.